This morning, police are searching for the man who stole a car with a 2-year-old inside. 2 hours later, someone found that toddler in the car abandoned at a liquor store. Channel 2's Liz Arts reports from DeKalb County, where she talked to the child's parents about the agonizing experience.
This is cell phone video. Krishawn Merritt took of her 2-year-old son Carter minutes after police found him abandoned on the side of a liquor store in South DeKalb County off Wesley Chapel Road.
He didn't have no sense of what was going on. He was just so happy to see everybody out there for him.
The happy little 2-year-old had just spent the last 2 hours either joyriding with a thief or cold and scared in his dad's abandoned car.
Worst 2 hours of my life.
Dad Mark Mims took Carter with him to a relative's house. He said he ran inside for 2 minutes. It never occurred to him, he told us, that someone would steal his car from his uncle's long residential driveway. Carter was sleeping, strapped in his car seat at the time.
We hopped in the truck, the first car that we could get to in the yard, trying to go catch the car, but we couldn't. We went the opposite way of where they went. So we came back to the house and called the police.
And he was so friendly, I couldn't even understand what he's saying.
In an exclusive interview, the couple told us they sat and waited for 2 agonizing hours.
I'm just trying to stay calm, trying not to think the worst, but I couldn't help but to think the worst.
The car had been found. Carter was inside and unharmed.
I broke down.
Merritt said Mims was so distraught she couldn't be mad at him.
I couldn't make him feel even more guilty than he already felt.
Liz Arts, Channel 2 Action News, Sunday AM.
No more snow after the winter weather advisory for North Georgia expired about an hour ago. Now, meteorologist Brian Monahan is tracking the timing of the coldest air of the season. He's in Severe Weather Center 2.
Sophia, one system has come and gone. Still some clouds around here and there, but overall, that first system moving on by. In fact, it's the same system. Was telling you about this time yesterday. Was going to bring a severe weather outbreak in central and south Florida. We've been showing you pictures and video of some of that damage, and unfortunately, a few deaths down in Florida as a result of that system. Our next system, though, here it is to the north and west. Arctic cold front moving in. That will bring us our coldest air of the season. In between systems, though, we actually have some sunshine out there for you right now. Pretty shot over Midtown and downtown. Just a few clouds around right now. Partly cloudy sky after that morning mix of some rain and some snow that I was tracking for you as early as about 3:30 this morning on Storm Tracker 2 HD radar. Temperature right now upper 30, so much colder right now than it was this time yesterday. Wind out of the northwest at about 15 miles per hour. Let's take a look at Storm Tracker 2 HD. Right now, just a few areas of green here and there showing up. So still the opportunity with some low clouds out there, just a little bit of moisture around. Could see a brief passing snowflake or two in a couple of neighborhoods this morning, but otherwise now partly cloudy, dry. Atlanta 38, 37 in Carrollton. We've got 40s in LaGrange, 30s though in Griffin, and just above freezing now in Blairsville at 33 degrees. So what we have the rest of the day today, partly cloudy sky to mostly sunny. By 12 o'clock, we've got that mixture of clouds and sunshine. It is tonight that next cold front I just showed you a moment ago starts to move into the North Georgia mountains. We'll have some clouds with that. Can't rule out a passing flurry or two up in the mountains, looking at some of the new forecast models in the last 15-20 minutes or so, but I don't expect much. And then that front sinks on through North Georgia through the overnight hours and brings us that blast of bitterly cold air, the coldest of the season, moving in for the next couple of days. For today, though, not bad. Temperatures much cooler, though, than yesterday. We're in the low 40s by 12 o'clock. Fewer clouds across North Georgia. By 2 o'clock, 46 degrees, mostly sunny, and we'll reach our high temperature today of about 48 degrees at 4 o'clock. So upper 40s around the metro, mid 40s up through Calhoun and Rome, Blairsville at 43 today, 47 your Sunday high temperature in Gainesville, be in the 40s in Athens today, but looking at 50s, Lake Country over toward Eatonton, 53, 52 this afternoon's high temperature around LaGrange. Tonight, as that front comes through, temperatures are going to drop quickly through the 30s, and we wake up to temperatures in the 20s. First thing tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, mostly sunny sky, even some teens up across the North Georgia mountains. Into the afternoon, here's 12 o'clock, just not much warming tomorrow as that cold air pours to the south. By 5 o'clock in the afternoon, as we head toward early evening, most of us in the 30s. A lot of neighborhoods going to stay in the 30s for high temperatures tomorrow. Here's the 5-day forecast. 48 degrees today, a mixture of clouds and sunshine, but about 10 degrees colder tomorrow behind that Arctic front. You will feel it with the wind. It'll feel like it's down in the 20s through most of the day on Monday, 39 the high temperature. By Tuesday morning, widespread teens in metro Atlanta could have some single digits up in the North Georgia mountains on Tuesday morning, 39 degrees for the afternoon. We'll keep it in the 30s again through Tuesday. Wednesday back in the upper 40s, 30% chance of showers Wednesday and Thursday. Just rain showers, though, as temperatures climb back into the 50s.
Take a look at this video of snow falling in Emerson overnight. Right now, meteorologist Brian Monahan is keeping an eye on when the extreme cold temperatures will hit metro Atlanta. Plus, There's a new push for answers surrounding concerns that the fields your children play on could give them cancer. The move local city leaders are taking to determine if there's any danger. And a Kroger store with an unfortunate nickname is getting a facelift. The demolition plans that include more than just a grocery store.
Weather.
A landmark development involving a well-known Kroger store is in the works. The company plans to demolish the Kroger on Ponce de Leon Avenue next to the Atlanta Beltline in Northeast Atlanta. It's going to build a 12-story office building complex with a brand new Kroger that will be next to Ponce City Market. The company expects to break ground in the spring. Channel 2 Action News has learned how the city of Atlanta plans to double its drinking water reserves. Currently, the city has only 3 days worth. This reservoir on Howell Mill Road in Northwest Atlanta is out of service and has been that way for 25 years. We learned last week leaders plan to spend about $2 million to repair it. When the repair work is complete, Atlanta will have a week of water reserves. Forsyth County is rolling out a new emergency notification system to stay informed during emergencies. Text SWIFT 911 to this number, 99538. Then you can download a free app. The app will push alerts and notifications directly to your phone. You can also visit Forsyth County's website to sign up for the text, phone, or email notifications. Just look under web links on WSBTV.com for more information. A live look now from our HD tower camera in Midtown Atlanta. Don't let that sunshine fool you. Severe Weather Team 2 is tracking bitter cold temperatures on the way. Plus, we saw parents support their son accused of stealing more than $4 million worth of jewelry. The delay that will keep him in jail until at least midweek. And big banks racked up billions of dollars last year alone on ATM and overdraft fees. How the topic is making its way now into presidential politics.
What if you can?
Bank fees are costing you and other Americans so much money, they've actually become a presidential campaign issue. JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo made more than $6 billion last year on ATM and overdraft fees. Presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton has criticized the fees. Her challenger, Bernie Sanders, is proposing capping the fees at $2. A new report says holiday sales in November and December fell short of expectations. The National Retail Federation says sales rose 3% to nearly $626 billion. But that's still below the 3.7% increase that was forecast. The numbers include more than $1 billion in online sales. One metro city is asking for the federal government's help to study the safety of its athletic fields. Roswell installed crumb rubber synthetic turf on 7 city fields. The material comes from recycled tires. Now, this week, the Roswell City Council voted unanimously for the Consumer Product Safety Commission to study the turf's potential dangers.
After a mix of rain and snow this morning, starting to see things clear out. Mixture of clouds and sunshine. Your Sunday going to be a nice day across North Georgia, but I'm tracking the coldest air of the season, who will wake up to teens tomorrow morning. Next.
An accused serial jewel thief will remain in jail until at least Wednesday. The move that delayed a decision for a judge to grant him bond. Good morning, it's Jack. 17th. This is a live look at conditions right now from our Midtown camera. It's cold out and getting even colder by tonight. We are tracking a blast of Arctic air hitting our area. Channel 2 Action News Sunday AM continues right now.
Live, local, late breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News, Sunday AM. Coverage you can count on.
Thank you for making us a part of your weekend. I'm Sophia Choi, along with meteorologist Brian Monahan, who has the timing of when we could see the coldest air of the season.
We had that little bit of wintry precipitation this morning. Not bad today. We're in the 40s, but it's tonight. We get that Arctic blast moving into North Georgia right now. Some sunshine mixed with clouds. We've been watching that trend over the last couple of hours for more sunshine across North Georgia. It is cold, though. Temperatures in the upper 30s now. Feels colder with the wind out of the northwest at 15 miles per hour. Temperatures look like this. Feels colder with that wind chill. We're in the 30s now, mid-30s for Gordon County and Calhoun. Upper 30s around Rome. Carrollton at 37, low 40s now around Gainesville, our temperature at 41 degrees. By 11 o'clock, climbing out of the 30s into the low 40s for most of us as we head through the afternoon hours, partly to mostly sunny sky. But instead of temperatures near 60, we're going to top out in the mid to upper 40s most areas today, and then even colder tonight as that front moves in. Coming up in the next 15 minutes, checking out some of our new forecast models. I'll have the updated timeline of when that front moves through where you live and how cold it'll be tomorrow morning.
All right, we'll see you soon. Thank you. We have live Severe Weather Team 2 coverage for you this morning. Channel 2's Ross Cavett is outside of Blairsville in Union County with severe weather. Chaser 2. Ross, you've been all over North Georgia this morning, and really not a lot left of this morning's dusting.
I've been up here in the mountains a lot for these kind of up on some of the North Georgia mountains. Not the case this morning. What came down melted off awfully quick because the ground temperatures were so high. But here is where is some of what was left behind. Snow gathered on exposed surfaces all across North Georgia, including mailboxes and roofs. If you wanted to see the snow come down, largely you had to get up before the sun rose this morning. We ran through several fairly intense snow showers in the pre-dawn hours that left a little bit of a legacy. But again, most of that is all melted off at this point. The good news is this, obviously a Sunday morning, very little traffic on the roadways. The roadways remain wet, did not get slick or icy, even on bridges and overpasses. So by and large, this brief blast of wintry weather we had has moved through and out and has left behind very little to look at. We are live in Blairsville. Ross Cavett, Channel 2 Action News, Sunday AM.
Ross, thank you. Take a look at this video of snow falling in Cherokee County overnight. This is in Woodstock. Viewer T.D. Huffman commented, "My snow dance worked." We are staying on top of breaking news now. A shooting victim in the median of I-75. Channel 2's Audrey Washington is live at the scene near the Cherokee-Cobb County line. And Audrey, that man died after being rushed to the hospital.
This morning, and we learned that man was found shot right I-75. This is a live look at the scene. And just so you have an idea of where we are, this is 75 southbound, just north of the Cobb-Cherokee County line. You can see detectives have a pretty wide area taped off. This is where they're collecting evidence and searching for any clues in this case. This is video we shot when we first arrived on scene. You can see officials had to shut down 2 lanes of traffic. Now, only 1 lane is open. As for the investigation, Cherokee County Sheriff deputies tell me the man was found shot 1 time right before 6 this morning. I asked if the man was shot here or somewhere else and just ended up on I-75. Authorities say they're still looking into that possibility. This is what Lieutenant Jay Baker with the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office had to say about the victim and the investigation so far.
Apparently, he'd had a gunshot wound to his torso. That victim was transported to Kennestone Hospital, where he later died from his injuries. We have detectives on the scene now trying to piece together what happened.
Again, these 2 lanes are expected to stay closed for at least the next few hours. Deputies tell me they've identified the victim but are withholding his name right now. Any new information I get about this deadly shooting, I will certainly bring it to you when I see you right back here for Channel 2 Action News at noon. Right now, we are live here right along the Cobb-Cherokee County line. Audrey Washington, Channel 2 Action News.
Audrey, thank you. We now have a look at a man police say was responsible for a crash that killed members of 2 rock bands. Sergio Quesada is charged with DUI and 3 counts of first-degree vehicular homicide in the crash on I-85 in Jackson County. Police say he was driving this van when it ran off the road and down an embankment. The crash back in April killed members of the bands Chaotica and Warmreich. The Cobb County man charged with committing a string of jewelry store robberies will have to wait another few days to find out if he's going to get out on bond. Channel 2's Richard L. Attorney says he needed more time to prepare for his day in court.
Louis Jones' parents walked out of federal court after hearing their son would have to wait another week in jail, learning if he could get. We asked to comment on charges, but they cameras are not allowed in the courtroom, so this is a sketch of Jones's brief appearance before a U.S. magistrate judge. His newly appointed attorney asked the judge for more time to prepare for the detention hearing, and the judge agreed. Agents say this is a photo of Jones participating in one of 7 armed jewelry store robberies across 5 southern states, including 2 in Georgia. And this is video of the woman prosecutors say was his accomplice. Agents say Abigail Kemp brandished guns during the robberies and zip-tied terrified employees whom feared for their lives. Kemp appeared in court Thursday for her detention hearing. We learned that the couple is accused from stores in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida. When the judge heard agents still have not recovered that jewelry, she declared Kemp a flight risk and ordered her held without bond. We were there as Kemp's parents left the courthouse Thursday. Like the Joneses, they too had no comment on their daughter's charges. I'm Richard Elliott, Channel 2 Action News, Sunday AM.
The judge reset the detention hearing for this Wednesday at 2 p.m. We're going to be there to let you know what happens. A developing story in Flint, Michigan. The governor and others are under investigation by the state's attorney general as the city's drinking water crisis continues. For months, the area has been dealing with lead contamination in the water. On Saturday, President Barack Obama signed an emergency declaration authorizing FEMA to provide water filters and other items for 90 days. Civil rights activist Jesse Jackson weighed in on the controversy.
It seemed to be a man-made disaster. If it's a man-made disaster, there are legal and political consequences to that.
The city of Flint switched water supplies while a new pipeline was under construction. Officials say lead from old pipes contaminated the water. MARTA will operate on a modified schedule for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Trains will start running at 5 a.m. Monday every 20 minutes. All buses run on a Saturday schedule. Now that means buses that don't run on Saturdays will not run on Monday. Let's get another look at the roads this morning. Veronica is live in the traffic center. Hi, Veronica.
Hello, Sophia. And unfortunately, these delays continue out of Cherokee County, as Audrey has been talking about pretty much all morning. 75 southbound just past State Route 92. That's Alabama Road. Exit 277. Police are on scene investigating an overnight shooting. One right lane is open. You're looking at delays beginning on Glade Road, so you need to avoid the area. Try some back roads to try to help you get around this. Again, this may not wrap up for at least another few hours. Traveling elsewhere, dealing with a bit liner in the road. Traveling north end, 285 westbound, outer loop just past 85 is in the roadway. Just be careful through there. And looking good now in the city. No delays downtown. Connector 7585 southbound, northbound as you travel from Brookwood to I-20. Traveling elsewhere right now, let's take a live look at Traffic Tracker 2. As you can see, 75 north of State Route 92. Traffic is just trickling through. Try to avoid this area altogether, at least for the next few hours. With Atlanta's best traffic coverage, I'm Veronica Harrell, Channel 2 Action News, Sunday AM.
Take a look at snowfall overnight in Cherokee County. It's just one of the areas where we saw winter weather this morning. Now, get ready for the extreme cold. Plus, exclusive new information about the one case that led to this local psychiatrist's arrest. The evidence that could link him to dozens of other deaths. And the end to the investigation of a local principal accused of improperly changing student grades. Why she will not face ethics charges.